Yo, 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 it's your boy 1Deep215 back with another video. Fellas, listen up. Because the powers that be want to know. And I hear it sometimes as I'm roaming about and doing my little daily routine, whether it's working or socializing or what have you. But the masses want to know, why don't men date older women? Why men don't date older women? Now, before I answer that, tell me if I'm wrong. Do y'all remember back in the day? Not that long ago, but still back in the day where some men, not all of us, but some of us used to somewhat like older women. It wasn't just a sociological experiment. It was, she's older. For whatever reason. Those reasons mainly being older women was more mature than younger women. Older women had more of a realistic mindset than younger women. If I'm being real, older women were more experienced. I remember growing up in my late teens, early 20s, a lot of my friends, and me included, we used to harp on when we used to harp on dealing with older women when we had that chance, for whatever reasons. But things have turned. Things have taken a turn because nowadays men aren't dating older women, whether they're older men. And when I say older, I mean 40 and up, really 50 and up, but 40 and up, a lot of men ain't looking or checking for these older women, and a lot of women and some men that's not, in the loop want to know why. Like, why, Well, first of all, men ain't really checking or dating any women nowadays. I don't know if you've been hitting under a rock. A lot of men is found peace and solitude with being single. It just is a fact, and we all have to acknowledge it. But sticking on the topic, why aren't men dating older women? Well, I'm going to go to the main reason. The first numero uno of why that is because, first of all, you're an older woman. You're not available and on the market for nothing. Now, unless you're a widow or you just got out of a long marriage or long somewhat marriage, meaning a long relationship where you commonly married, where you're not really married, but you dealt with a man for how many ever years, y'all got kids together and things didn't work out, and even that is skeptical. You're not on the dating market for no reason. Because let me tell you one thing about men. Men are hunters. Men search for good women. And when a man finds a good woman, he's not letting her go. The only way a good woman is going to get out of the grasp of a man is if she let him go. Period. And I think I speak for all men when I say that. Men know what a good woman is. Women let good men go all the time. Men ain't letting a good woman go, whether she young or old. So let's get that out. Let's keep it real and get that right out of the chute. If you're an older woman, 40 and up, 45 and up, 50 and up, whatever y'all categorize as older, I ain't gonna say old, not trying to be disrespectful, because if it's like that, then I guess I'm an old man. I'm 40 plus. But I digress. An older woman is not going to be available for nothing. Younger women tend to be more available, whether we talking moderately or, religiously. Younger women, because they're not tying down, like, at least how it used to be. a lot of younger women aren't tying down to anybody. They got this going on. They got that going on. For you to be an older woman and to be available in the first place is a red flag to men. Whether it's right or wrong, everybody go through stuff. Life be life. It don't make you a bad person. It might make it might be like you made bad choices or what have you. But usually when a man sees an older woman that's single and willing to mingle, it's a red flag. So it's like a lot, especially for older guys of that age. They like, well, I've been around the block, so I know you damn sure been around the block. Why are you available? Ain't nobody catch you up yet? Ain't nobody grip you up and lock and tuck you yet? It's just a red flag. Like I said, right or wrong, because things happen in one's life. Y'all know me. I'm logical, but I'm fair. And I get that things happen. But for the most part, it's a warranted red flag. It ain't no, it's a red flag, but I'm not sure. It's usually warranted. And I think women can somewhat agree with me on that. When you're an older woman and you're available, some mistakes didn't happen. Like I said, unless you're a widow, husband passed away or what have you, or you're recently coming out of a divorce, there's no reason logically for you to be available and to be 49, 50 years old. Like I said, men are hunters and we not letting nothing good go. So I got to get that right off the bat, and I had to put extra emphasis on that. Because some people don't think that's a thing when it really is. It really is. And like I said, things done flopped. Things done turned in these modern times. Older women used to be more mature, more logical, more in tune with their emotions and know how to settle those emotions and having realistic expectations. These older women now think they're 20 years old. They do. These 46-year-old women think they're 26. And there's a problem because what happens is they gather all that stuff up that they see on social media from younger women, and they reinforce that into them. Even though they well past their prime, they can't understand the fact that, no, if she can do it, I can do it type of thing. Because we know women are very competitive. So when they see these younger women getting all the attention and all the likes and all the camaraderie or what have you, they like, well, all I gotta do is throw tons of makeup on my face, and I could be somewhat, somewhat that 26-year-old. I'm just more seasoned, so I could do it. I could ask for these outlandish expectations too. Yeah, I'm not over the hill. And here's the thing. With age, makeup sometimes, we're not going to make this a makeup thing, but I just want to touch on this topic. When you're older, makeup sometimes diminishes your looks, And we're not talking about light makeup because there's nothing wrong with that. But some of these women, older and younger, they tend to overdo it. Especially the older women, because they got more to cover up, obviously. And I'm not casting no shadows, but I'm being real. Older women got more to cover up. So what it does is it makes it worse. So while they out here trying to compete with these 20-year-olds, you just putting yourself behind the 8 ball. Men see these things, women. I know y'all think we all dumb and men are foolish and men don't see anything and notice nothing, but we do. We actually do. And it's like, nah, she overdoing, like, Jesus. So, and that's just a small tidbit in the grand scheme of things, but it is true. A lot of these women think they're 20, and it's like, wait, ain't you supposed to be mature? Ain't you supposed to be the upper echelon of adult that been through the ringer and know and ain't got time for this foolishness? So a lot of older men, and this ain't just for older men, this is for younger men too. Because like I said, it used to be a time where younger men looked for older women. They just did. It couldn't have been just me and my crew. We used to give that and kudos when We 21, 22 years old and met a chick that's 41 years old. That was a thing. That was a thing. Now it's not as, pleasurable because the older women is acting like the younger women. A lot of older women got the wrong outlook on the qualities and the things that's making them such a catch. They think, I don't know if they want to think like how women think of men, but it's contrary to belief, because women do these things. A lot of women older women like to use their job, their status, the type of car they drive, how much they got in their 401k, whatever. And don't get me wrong, all these are good qualities, but they try to use that to make it, to give, like I said, the wrong outlook on why, I'm a catch too. I might be 47 years old, but I got this amount in the bank. Look at the car I'm leasing. That's a 2025. I work, my position at such is this. So you would want to be with me. Don't get me wrong. All those things I just railed off is a good quality in a person. Not just a woman, a person, period. There's nothing wrong with having a nice bank account to fall back on. That's showing you somewhat responsible. There's nothing wrong with having a nice brand new car to drive. That's showing that you make a significant amount of money. There's nothing wrong with having a high ranking position at your job. But sweetie, let me tell you, men don't care about that. I know it sounds crazy to women to hear. Is it a bonus for men? Would we rather a woman have a nice position at a job and a nice savings account and a nice 401k pension plan and a nice car and a nice home? Yes, who wouldn't? But that's not the end all be all for us. It is for y'all. Women care about men's status and financial equity and things of that nature. And I'm not casting no shells on that. It is what it is. But I gotta be real about it. Most men, unless you're dealing with a pure loser and a guy that need a woman to take care of him, most men that got their own, whether it's on your level or under your level, real men don't really care about how much equity a woman has or what she had. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not a slight. It's not saying she got this, so I don't want to deal with her because she's going to think she's better than me. It's not that either. It's just we don't feel, we're not gaining anything out of it. All we are gaining in a good way is saying, okay, she got herself together. She got her shit together, which is a good thing. But we're not really gaining, like I said, unless you're dealing with a loser that don't have nothing for himself and he's looking for you to take care of him. That's the only time, which you shouldn't even be dealing with guys like that in the first place. So a lot of these older women use that. And it's like, yeah, I'm a catch because I might be unruly and got a bad, nasty attitude, but look at how much I got saved. Look at my position. No, women care about that. Men care about, believe it or not, real men care about peace, trust, realness, thoroughness, what type of spirit you got. Not to be all clouds, flowers, and moons about, but that's what, in the grand scheme of things, that's what a real guy want out of a woman. The other stuff is bonuses, is good to have, but we're not y'all. Women worry about what a man has. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong for a woman to think that way, but y'all have to stop thinking we y'all. Men really don't gain nothing out of, whether you younger or older, men don't gain nothing out of you being a CEO at, I'm just using that as a crazy hypothetical, but y'all know what I mean. Supervisor at your place of work. We don't care that you lead manager at such and such. That's good things to have. And there's nothing wrong with it. But that don't make us say, she's a quality woman, I'm going to give myself to her. You know what? I want her to move in with me. I'm moving in. I'm making that step with this woman. Because if she is a supervisor, she got to be a good woman. We don't think that nonsensical. Y'all do. So, and that's with every woman. But I'm saying that with the older women because older women tend to have more things in order than the younger woman, if y'all get what I'm saying. You know, the older women already got the 401k on the bean. She already had 4 or 5 promotions where she might be manager at her company or whatever. But a lot of older women use that. And it's like, no, that's something to say. That's something to bring to the table. But that's not nothing to lean on and say, so I must be a catch because this is all I had. This is what I did. It's like kudos, but that don't really mean if I want you. Now that's not gonna make me want you more or not. If I'm being real. It's just, you know, like I said, men want trust, appreciation, respect, and peace. That's what a man values in a good woman. If a woman can bring that to his life, yes, you at the top of the totem pole. And ain't looking back. You're right here. It ain't about how many Benjamin Franklins you got set to the side. Because we get nothing out of that, if I'm being real. Overall, a lot of men is noticing. Another reason why men ain't dealing with older women, dating older women, or women in general, because men is realizing that they have their peace and they happier and healthier and they feel more exuberant being single. That's just a matter of, that's what it is. Older or younger, especially for older women. Like, men is like, been there, done that. Why is this older woman so available? What didn't the last guy see that I'm supposed to see? You know, men can't do that with younger women. Don't get me wrong, these younger women got their flaws too. We talk about them every day. This ain't a bashing older women video. This is just, I'm trying to bring some clarity to the topic, and that's the truth. That's what it is. You know, men is realizing, man, you know what? I don't need all that. I don't need all that. It's overrated. Dealing with this woman is going to be a headache. I'm probably dodging a bullet by not even going out in the dating market. This is why. This is why. And I just wanted to put that out there because a lot of people, you know, seem not to realize that it is a thing. It's becoming more and more of a thing. And people just got to deal with it, or something has to change. Bottom line. It is what it is. If y'all like videos like this, hit it with a like. If you just stumble across this video and you see me for the first time, tap that notify bell. I do videos like this all the time. Y'all can see when more videos like this come up. As always, until the next time, I see y'all. Peace.